All righty, I think we're back on the air after some technical difficulties. We are 5:54 left here in the first half. The Eagles are up on top 26-19. The Eagles pulled out to about an 11-point lead, and the Evangels are fighting their way back. Evangels with the ball. And we're going to have a charge called on number 45, William. That'll be his first foul of the game.
Number 45, William.
Yeah, the game was tied at, or it was real close. We had a 1-point lead on the 15-10 mark, and then we went on a 15-4 run. About the next 5.5 minutes, made it 21-9 to get us that largest 21-9, 11-point lead. Since then, they've been chipping away at that lead.
William pulls down the rebound on the miss from the Eagles. Going up and making a shot is Messina. 5-point lead. We're going to have a whistle, and it's going to go the other direction as there's a foul called on Casey Cole. That's going to bring wholesale substitutions into the game now.
Saying Casey put both hands behind him once he was posting up and inside.
Lobo, Williams, Scott, Diaz, and Salikis into the game now for the Eagles. Ball's going to go out of bounds off of Niambi as he was trying to do a little tip pass over to a player, and it's Eagle ball. Williams bringing the ball up court for the Eagles. Lobo over to Sean Scott in the far wing. Sean dribbles around, gives it to Williams in the corner, back up top to Diaz, to Lobo, to Sean Scott in the near corner. Sean twists, turns, makes a nice move, throws it high, up, soft, and drops.
Man, Sean elevated on that, didn't he?
That's jumped.
Incredible.
He jumped so high. I can almost see the bottom of his foot from up here. Angels setting it up. Perry up top. Kicks it to William down to the corner. To Messina. He drives in, shoots, and scores. Great ball game going on tonight in Southwestern Christian University. Diaz going to have a whistle. Foul call, and that's going to be on Messina. And that's going to send Salikis to the line to shoot, as they are in the 1-1 bonus at this point. First one rims out, no good.
Yeah, he just needs to take a deep breath and relax up there. He's only been to the line. This is his fifth shot at the line all year.
That one's hard. Back rims, it's going to go out of bounds and belong to the Eagles. Oh, okay.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
I'm not saying a word. I'm not going to change his mind. Replay might, but we don't do replay here. Williams inbounds it for the Eagles all the way up top to Diaz to Sean Scott. Sean Scott sets up the offense. Goes around the pick, set by Lobo. Now passes back to Lobo, wide open, fakes a three, moves in, shoots, and Williams that well short.
He got hit on the arm, it looked like.
Upshaw bringing it up court for the Evangels. Diaz on him, 15 on the shot clock. Niambi now drives in, spins, turns, throws up a shot, no good, but he gets fouled. That foul's going to go on Salikis.
Yeah, they just let him get a little too deep into the lane when he made that spin, and he elevated over everybody. All he could do is get him at the body.
You can tell he's quite the ball player. athletically, he's very, very good.
He's a transfer from Florida State College.
First free throw is good as it rims around 2 or 3 times and drops in. Mine never did that. They'd rim around 5 or 6 times and come flying out. Second shot, that's hard, no good. Diaz pulls down the rebound for the Eagles. Up to Williams. Scott gets caught in the air, has to throw it, and makes a bad pass. Woodson picks it up, goes coast to coast, throws over in the far corner. Back out top to Messina. Eagles did a good job getting back on defense, and they almost steal the ball. Long three put up, and that's in and out. Selaikas with the rebound. Back comes Sean Scott. Williams, far side, no good. Lobo comes down with it, and it's knocked out of his hands and out of bounds by Woodson, so it'll be Eagle ball.
Both teams are struggling a little bit from the three-point line. We're 1 for 6, and the Vandals are 2 for 8.
Williams to Lobo, back out to Williams. Richardson drives in, comes back out to Diaz. Diaz back to Richardson, takes a 3 and going to call him for walking. I was afraid of that.
Yeah, when they get the pass and they don't do a jump stop, a true jump stop, and they put a left right down and then they try to go again. That's where your travel comes from.
Spin, turn, shoot, and it's going to come off no good by number 34. Now we're going to have a whistle blow. Going to belong to the Eagles as Casey Cole got fouled.
All right, let's see if Casey can put these in. He's had trouble all year with his free throw percentage. He's at a 47.9%.
That was on Miambi. That is his first foul of the game. That's the 10th team foul, so he'll shoot 2. First shot is up, and it's good. Needed that one.
He did. That's a confidence builder right there.
Sean Scott checks back in for Victor Diaz. Sicko was up, and that one's short. Confidence killer. Horns, or number 12, Perry sets the ball up, throws it in the far corner. Tubshaw, now corner shot put up and buried by Horn. That's Horn's 5th point of the game. Richardson bounces around, gets it to Lobo, to Williams. To Lobo, to Richardson, he drives in. Nice move, a little hard on the bank shot though, and it comes out. Back come the Vandals, long 3, no good. Casey Cole with a good rebound there. Minute left here, 29-27 Eagle lead. Sean Scott goes in, misses everything.
He was expecting contact on that, I think, and he just went up and just pushed it out right over the rim.
Low scoring game here really in the first half. We're going to have a timeout called by the Evangels as Perry got pinned here with a double team on the corner and thought it wise to call a timeout with 48 seconds left. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. That's something that's out of mine and Steve's control. At least I think it is, unless you know something I don't know. I know you don't know nothing I know when it comes to technical.
Right. Well, it's been a really up and down game. At the 6:30 mark, we had a 9-point lead, and then the Evangels went on a 10-3 run to make it 29-27. Field goal percentage-wise, Mid-America is shooting 35% from the field, and Southwestern Christian's at 40%. Both teams are struggling from the three-point line. Southwestern Christian's at 14, where the Evangels are at 27%.
Perry with the ball for the Evangels as they inbounds it. 40 seconds left here in the first half. Sean Scott's on him. Dribbles far side. Casey Cole pulls out on him. And that left Miambi all alone, who scores. Tied ball game. 30 seconds left. Up court, Sean Scott. Back to Williams. Williams backs out. Gives it to Richardson. 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so I'm sure they will hold it unless they have something just wide open underneath. Lobo, there's that underneath, and Miambi blocks it. 6 seconds. Pass in. Kicking it back out for a three by Horn, and it's short, and that's not going to count. No good. As number 35, Bogle, grabbed the ball. The missed shot puts it up backwards on a nice effort. Scores it, but it was well after the shot clock. So here at the end of the first half, we have it 29-29. We got a ball game, folks.
That's right.
Glad you joined us from Southwestern Christian University, home of the Eagles. And we'll give it over to Steve Davis to give our halftime statistics.
Well, the Evangels went on a 12-3 run at the end of the half with 6 and a half minutes left. They went on a 12-3 run, pulled it even at 29-29. This is a very low-scoring game for both of these teams. We're averaging about almost 80 points a game, and so is the Evangels. We'll get a quick rundown on the team stats here. For Mid-America Christian, they're shooting at 35% from the field, 11 for 31. From the three-point line, they're at 25%, at 3 for 12. And from the free throw line, they're well below their average. They're at 57%, at 4 for 7 from that stripe, from the charity stripe. For the Southwestern Christian Eagles, we're shooting a field goal percentage rate of 37, almost 39, 38%, 11 for 29. Our three-point shooting is at 14%, of 1 of 7, and our free throw percentage is at 54%, at 6 of 11. Rebounding in the game, the Eagles hold a slight advantage in rebounds at 21-17. The Eagles have 4 offensive and 17 defensive, where the Evangels have 3 offensive and 14 defensive rebounds. Assist-wise, the Evangels have an advantage there of 6-2. Steals, the Evangels are in the lead with that at 5-2. Turnovers, we have the Eagles have 11 turnovers, where the Evangels have just 7. Scoring leaders for the night: Messina for the Evangels has 6, and Sean Scott is leading the Eagles with 8. We run down the rest of the team for Mid-America Christian. Javon Perry has 3 points. Cade Upshaw with 3. Jordan Rhodes 2. Terrence Mayimba with 5. Andre Horn with 5. Keyshawn Perkins with 5. Zach Sawyer with 1. Justin Bogle with 2. That gives them a total of 29 points. They have one player with 3 fouls. That's Keyshawn Perkins, number 25. He has 3 fouls for the game. So that's something that the coach will have to take into account, bringing him back in, starting that second half. That's the only real foul trouble that Mid-America Christian has tonight. For the Southwestern Christian Eagles, Sean Scott again is leading with 8 points. It's followed by Darius Matkin with 7 and Fred Richardson III with 6. Victor Diaz has 3 and Casey Cole has 3 as well. That gives them a total of 29 points. That's our halftime stats. So
let's take a break. We'll be
let's do
back
that.
here in about 10 minutes to bring you second half action. Hopefully we'll be able to stay on the air. I think we got some things figured out maybe. We'll find out. Thank you for joining Southwestern Christian University. Halftime score 29-29. Join us for an exciting second half. All right, we're 2 minutes away from second half action. As soon as I can get Dead Air Steve Davis with his mic on, we'll do a little talking here. Those were his own words, folks. I didn't call him that. He called himself Dead Air Davis. I just have a mind like a steel trap, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
It's not letting go, is it?
No way. Hey, by the way, where was my pizza during halftime?
You didn't get it?
No.
Oh.
Remember, you lost a bet last game.
I don't remember betting, but.
Yeah, remember?
I don't.
Oh, well, you never remember because you've always had to pay.
That's the good thing, isn't it, that you don't remember?
So hopefully by the end of the year, I should be getting a root beer and a pizza.
You'll have a nice meal and a dessert.
Yeah, we're going steak next time, bud. Of course, you notice how I set these bets up where I know who's going to win.
We're going to have to – we've had so much trouble with our internet and the YouTube. I can't even go back and verify that I didn't agree to these things.
Well, but you just got to remember, Dead Air Davis, my mind is like a steel trap. If you get some pizza, I might shut up long enough where you can't talk.
Yeah.
All right, as we get ready for second half action, the Eagles are in the light gray uniforms. They'll be going from left to right this time, and the Evangels in the black uniforms trimmed in red will be going from right to left.
No, we did a really good job on defense, on our defensive end, and the Evangels did on theirs as well. The number 21, Jordan Rhodes, is averaging 16 points a game, and for the first half, he only had 2 points in that half. So we're doing great on the inside. The length of them is a problem, but if we're continue doing our blockouts and just defending really well and attacking the rim, we're going to be fine.
The Evangels will get the ball starting here in the second half, and they inbounds it to number 25. Starting the second half for them, Perkins. And they throw a ball away, beginning of the game, so Eagles will take over. They need to get their energy level up quickly and build a lead here. Richardson bounce passes it in to Casey Cole, and Casey Cole gets fouled, and he's hurt.
He twisted his ankle really bad.
He
Foul number 34, Sawyer.
Ran into Sawyer.
His first person.
And he's in obvious pain down there. Trainer's coming out to check on him. Wonder where Harvey is tonight. I haven't seen him.
He's off today.
He's off today. Okay. So his abled assistant is out there checking on him. He takes a deep breath as he still lays there. He's up, but no weight on that foot.
Yeah, they're gonna take him to the training room, and they're going to do some tests on his foot, see what he can do, what he can put on it. They'll see if they can tape it up and see if he can get going this second half.
That brings Mayon into it as he's putting a little bit more weight on it as he walks off. Mayon checks into the game for him, and Diaz is going to shoot the free throws.
The bad thing about a twisted ankle is that the less you use it after it's twisted, the more stiff it gets and the more it hurts. If you can get up and kind of flex it and use it some, you'll be able to play a little bit more.
Diaz makes the first one. The second one is in the air, and that one's good. So Eagles with the 2-point lead early here in the second half. Perry bringing the ball up for the Evangels. Sean Scott's on him. Switch off to Upshaw.
Mayon has 3 fouls on him, so he's going to have to be really careful.
That'll be something to watch carefully. Spin shot by Sawyer was well short. Eagles grab the ball and head up court. Richardson looks for Sean Scott here on the near wing.
Got a mismatch underneath.
Sean Scott goes baseline. He steps out of bounds.
Yep, he stepped out of bounds.
And it'll be Evangel's ball.
They used to call a forcing out of bounds fouls on that, but now that you have the verticality rules, they don't call that as much.
It almost has to be a foul being pushed out. Perry drives into the paint, kicks it into the corner to Sawyer. Sawyer out to the other wing. Sawyer now on the wing, pumps a three, and that is no good. But offensive rebound and putback by Perkins as he had Sean Shaw on his back and made a perfect block out. Now the Eagles with a long three by Richardson, no good. We're going to have a foul called on Diaz. Diaz's first foul of the game for the Eagles.
Kayshawn Perkins, number 25 for Mid-America Christian. He's a really good rebounder. The game I saw him play in, he had 13 rebounds in that game.
Wow. Perkins coming up court with the ball with Sean Scott on him. Throws into the far corner. Back out top to Upshaw. Upshaw shoots and scores it.
Little floater in the middle of the lane.
So that's the lead now for the Evangels. Sean Scott up top to Diaz, to the far side to Richardson, back to Diaz. Diaz hands it to Scott, and Scott hands it to Richardson. Lobo now, far side to Diaz. Diaz shoots and misses everything. It's going to go out of bounds. Oh, what did they call here? Called it out of bounds. And it's going to be,
us?
Yeah.
There were two Evangels at the ball.
I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Let's go to replay.
Evangels ball. Perry kicks it back up out top, far corner now to Sawyer. Sawyer dribbles back up top and hands it to Perry. Perry calls out another play with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Now he dribbles in, loses control. We have a whistle. Oh my. Should have been Eagle ball, but they call a foul on Sean Scott. So the Evangels will have the ball with 20 seconds on the shot clock. It would have been out of bounds Eagle ball. Perry, far wing. We're going to have an offensive foul.
Yeah, again, that was the same kind of call that happened to Casey Cole in the first half. You get your hands behind you trying to pin the guy behind you. You can't do that anymore.
That's on Miambi. That's his second foul of the game. Second team foul. Richardson right here below us, the whistle. We're going to have a foul called. Is that going to be on?
It's on Diaz.
Diaz.
Yeah,
that's
moving
his second
screen.
foul.
Both teams are starting out pretty sluggish.
Pass inside to Miambi. He goes up, misses the shot badly. Got up high enough to get over. Richardson goes all the way in and they call a charge. Wow. Not sure about that one either, but that's the way the calls go. Evangel 33, Eagles 31 here at the 16:48 mark of the second half. That's Richardson's second foul of the game. Ball deflected out of bounds. Will still belong to the Evangels.
Madkin's in the game and Gonzalez is in the game.
Perry trying to go around Gonzalez. Drives in. Now we're going to have a blocking call on Williams. That'll be Williams' first foul of the game. That's going to send Perry to the line to shoot 2.
It's good to see Casey Cole come jogging out. Got his ankle taped up, and we'll see how it works for him. They'll probably put him in pretty soon just to test it out.
First shot is good by Perry. That's his 4th point of the game. Second one's in the air, and that one's good. Gonzalez to Matkin, to Richardson, to Gonzalez, to Williams, back to Matkin. Good ball movement. Richardson now. 15 seconds on the shot clock to Gonzalez. 9, Williams, Richardson spins in. Oh my. Another foul on Richardson. That's going to be his 3rd foul.
Yeah. His defender was moving, and Richardson did a spin, and he kept moving on him.
Perry with Williams on him. Need to ratchet up the defense here. Perry to the corner. Faking the shot was Perkins, then goes in, and he walks.
Wow. Gonzalez tried to take the ball out of Perry's hands, and
he didn't like it.
No, Perkins' hands, and Perkins didn't like it. Gave him a shove.
Williams to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives in, goes all the way, throws up shot, no good. Angels come down with the rebound as Upshaw grabs it and heads up court. Goes around Matkin, goes all the way in, throws it up off the glass and scores.
Coach will probably want to get a timeout pretty soon if we don't get a score here.
37-31 in favor of the Vandals at 15-15 here in the second half. Gonzalez. Casey Cole's back in the game. Didn't know if we'd see that or not, but he's here. Gonzalez with the 3. No good. Long 3 put up. That's no good. By Perkins. Back comes Matkin. Had a guy open on the other wing, but he gets fouled as he goes up. He had Williams wide open.
Yeah, he did.
3 on him and 1 on nobody on Williams. But he'll go to the line to shoot 2. No good on the first free throw. Hard off the back rim. Number 45. William checks back in. 6'8", junior from Fort Worth, Texas. Played at the University of Central Missouri.
He is so thin.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Second shot by Matkins up and good. 5-point lead now for the Angels. Full court pressure. Perkins double team, gets it over to Upshaw. Up court quickly now. Upshaw up top. Williams does a good job. Now he throws up a long 3. Nothing but net.
That's good defense on him too.
Gonzalez goes all the way in, lays it up, misses badly. Casey Cole fighting for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds and blocked to Evangel. Full court pressure. Williams over to Perkins. Perkins across half court line. Scott on him, hands it to Upshaw. Sawyer now to Williams. Now we're going to have a foul on Matkin as he's trying to get around Sawyer and couldn't.
His first person, 17 foul. Line shooting 1-1.
That's the first foul on Matkin. That's a 17 foul here at the 13:48 mark.
Yeah, Mid-America Christian's on an 11-3 run right now since the beginning of the half. So we need to get some scoring going on here. And let's get back into this game.
Sawyer makes his first free throw, gets one more. Second one is up and bounds out. Comes off the front end of the rim. Mackin to Gonzalez, back to Scott. Scott's been quiet here in the second half. Kicks it back to Williams, who'll attempt a three and buries it. Big shot. We're gonna have a timeout called by the Eagles here. 13:29 mark, 41-35. So the Eagles aren't out of it yet.
No, you know, we're not going to be out of it for a while. With the type of defense we play and the attack mentality we have, it can turn pretty quick. You know, that first half we had a 15-4 run on Mid-America Christian, and we can turn around and do that same thing here. It's good to see Casey back in the game, moving around pretty well. I know he's going to be really sore tomorrow when he wakes up with that foot all swollen, but good to see that.
Eagles' upcoming games, they play Saturday at USAO, women at 3, the men at 5. And then they play next Thursday night at Central Christian College in McPherson, Kansas, 6 and 8 o'clock. And then they're back here on the 13th.
USAO is a ranked team, or they're receiving votes.
Long shot for 3 put up by Sawyer, and he scores it. Lobo up top to Richardson to Matkin. Matkin kicks it back out to Lobo. He goes around his guy, pulls up inside to Cole. Cole gets a lot of contact and scores. And that foul's going to be at number 21, Rhodes.
Perkins for Mid-America Christian came out of that scrum with a hurt foot. He's limping off. They're going to go have a look at that.
Perkins with 4 rebounds and 4 points at this point. So Cole's at the line for one shot. Leaves it well short. Evangel. Should have been a walk there, but the Eagles come away with the ball as Casey Cole did a good job picking up a loose ball. Richardson's all the way down to Matkin. Oh, Matkin had it wide open, didn't realize it.
Yeah,
and Richardson throws it away.
He went up for a lob, and they didn't get the lob pass right, and his momentum carried him underneath the basket.
Still had time to turn around and shoot, though, from point blank.
So.
Matkin on the foul, pushing. That'll be his second foul.
Foul number 1, Matkin, his second personal. 18.
That gets Coach Mack up off the bench, talking to Matkin.
Well, that sends him to the line as well.
That's William going to the line as shooting a 1-on-1 as they are in the 8th team foul now.
64% free throw shooter from the line.
So what are you saying?
Miss it.
And what does he do?
Makes it.
Makes it. Gets ready for his second shot. Makes both of them. So we've got a 46-37 lead now for the Evangels. Eagles on the top, pass into Casey Cole. Ball stripped from him by Perry.
Okay, we need a defensive stop here and a quick turnaround on points.
Long three put up and buried by Upshaw. Upshaw with 13 points in the game now. He's got hot here in the second half. Richardson to Diaz. Nice pass underneath, and Casey Cole with an easy basket. "11 minutes left here, 40 seconds. 10-point lead for the Evangels. And now we're going to have a foul on Diaz, and that'll be Diaz's third foul of the game.
Foul number 4, Diaz. His third personal. 9th team foul. At the line shooting
Eagles having trouble scoring here in the second half. They've only got 8 points in this half so far compared to 20 for the Evangels. Upshaw takes a seat. That's probably a good thing there. Let him cool off a little bit. Leading scorer of the game with 13 points. Williams missed the free throw. That gets the Eagles back on offense. Sean Scott back in the game. Kicks it to Richardson. Spins, turns to the left hand, not good. Aimed that wrong, but grabbed a loose ball. Had Casey Cole wide open, but didn't see him as he was just trying to gain control of the ball. Richardson to Sean Scott. Sean goes in, lays it up. No good, but he gets fouled. That foul on Messina, that'll be his second foul.
Messina.
Yeah, we're going to need to keep doing that. We're not shooting well from the three-point line. We're at 2 for 10 for 20%. So we need to do that and get that ball inside and get some fouls.
Sean Scott's first free throw is up and good. Need a run here by the Eagles. Down by 9. Could be 8 after this free throw. Makes them both. Messina across half court line. Sean Scott goes for the steal, just missed it. Horn over to Perry. Perry goes in, makes a great pass to Rhodes and scores. Great behind the back, no look pass to Rhodes, who is wide open. Lobo with a long three, leaves it short. Perry across half court line. Goes around to pick, finds himself open in the lane, throws up a weird shot, and they're going to call a foul on Lobo.
Yeah, he split that double team up top, and that allowed him to get right into the rim. Lobo had his arm up, and he went right through his arm.
The line shooting 2, Perry.
Perry to the line to shoot 2. First shot is up and good. Substitutions in as Mayon checks in. And Kibasov for the first time tonight checks into the game for the Eagles. And we have a timeout called here at the 10:29 mark. The Mid-America University Evangels 52, Southwestern Christian University Eagles 41.
The three-point shooting is what's getting the Evangels to extend their lead. They're now at 35%, 6 from 17. We're still at 2 for 11. That's really causing us some problems. We just can't hit from the outside. So we're trying to get everything inside, and we're missing some shots. We're not getting to the rim as like we would like to. Our turnovers, we have 18 turnovers in the game now compared to 11 for Mid-America Christian. And excuse me. So that's a big problem there. We're losing the battle in the paint. It's 22-16 in the paint. And so we knew it was going to be difficult going into this game with the length of Mid-America Christian. And let's see if we can fight back on this and we're just going to have to put bodies on the shots and just play inspired defense the rest of the game just to pull ourselves back.
I don't know who's coughing more tonight, me or you. It's a close race.
It is.
Should we have a pizza bet on it? No.
No.
I'm not touching that one. All right. Perry to the line. First shot is in the air, and he makes it. 53-41. Eagles back on the attack. Sean Scott, far side. Sean with 10 points. Inside to Mayon. Back out to Scott. To Kibizov over into the corner. Richardson up top. 9 on the shot clock. Kibizov to Scott. 5 on the shot clock. He dribbles in, puts up a floater, and gets fouled. That foul's going to be on Horn. That'll be his third foul.
His third personal. 16 foul.
We need to keep getting to that line because this clock is stopping while we're scoring points. But it's really important that we convert all of these free throws down the line.
Shots in the air, and no good. Second shot is good. Low scoring game here compared to several of the last few games for the Eagles. Perry. Far corner. Driving in. Reverse layup good by Horn. 7 points for Horn now in the game. Over to Scott, up top to Kibizov to Richardson. Richardson dances around. Bounce pass into Mayon. Nearly gets it stolen. He does get it stolen. Good help defense by Perry to come from behind and knock it out of Mayon's hands. Perry nearly loses it, picks it back up. Gets it to Messina, long three, in and out, no good. Tipped up, but Sean Scott comes down with the tip. Comes up court. Kibizov with a long three, good. That's what they need. Coach Gamblin up, calling timeout, not happy about that one. Having a conversation with his players.
We got it back down to 10 points. You can't get it all back at once, so you got to keep that tough defense on the other end and then start making your shots on the offensive side.
Stops and scores. And we need to string together 2 or 3 stops here and score on each one.
We've got a tough stretch coming up for us. Games go.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City's coming up. They're in the top 20. USAO is receiving votes in the NI. So this is a really tough league, and you can't take any team lightly.
You know, the one thing I've noticed about Evangel that I'm sure Josh picked up on when he was scouting here the other night, defensively they're back there every time. There's not the easy up and down court baskets.
Right.
And he made sure his team understands they have to be back every time.
Yeah, and on their free throws, they don't have anybody up on the free throw lane. They have all 4 back besides that shooter. So they're trying to use the clock now. They're waiting until 15 seconds or so in the shot clock before they even try to shoot.
And Horn missed that 3-point shot. Back come the Eagles. Richardson goes in. Nice split and scores. So there's the first stop they need and scored. Now we need to get another stop. 1 stop at a time. Plenty of time with 8 minutes left here in the game. Perry. Cross-court pass to Horn. Horn goes in, loses control. The Eagles gained control as Gordon took it away from Horn. Back to Gordon. To Richardson. He pulls up, shoots a 2, and he's getting hot right at the right time. That's 10 points for Richardson now. 56-49. That's not right. They're trying to get the score right. Should be 55-47.
It should be less than that.
I have a whistle. We're going to have a foul called on
Number 15,
Williams.
His second personal.
That'll be Williams' second foul. So what do they got the score at now? 55-49.
I thought we had an 8-point lead, and then we scored another basket. And
That's what I thought.
To 6.
Shots up, no good.
Yeah, they have it at 55-49. That's a 6-point difference.
Okay, that's where we're at now.
All right.
That's why I do the play-by-play. I don't want nothing to do with any scorekeeping, shot clocking. I talk better than I do that stuff. That's probably why they don't have me do it.
Right.
Eagles back on the attack. Richardson pulls back out, hands it to Williams, pass to Cole, and we're going to have a foul called. That foul's going to go on number 23, Nyambi.
Number 23, Lamba.
And that'll be his
Third personal. 17 fouls.
third personal, and that sends Casey Cole to the line.
Cole.
We need him to make him. Gonzalez comes back in for Gordon. Shots in the air, and it is no good. Big miss. 7 minutes left here in the game. 6-point lead. Evangels with the long 3, in and out. That was a quick shot.
Yeah, we'll take that.
By Bogle. Don't know that Coach Gamblin would like that one.
I'm not going to ask him. I'm just going to say we like it.
Gonzalez to Scott. Scott to Williams. And Sean Scott's turned his ankle as he's down on the ground. We're going to have a whistle. That's not good. He's back up, hopping around. Let's see if he tries to stay in. He's trying to stay in, but he's going to be substituted for it. Kibasov comes in for him. And coach says, go see the trainer. So that's where he goes.
You know, all these, when I was in school and I was playing, we all had the high tops. Now they went to the low tops.
Yeah.
And I don't know which is better. Sometimes they say low tops are better. That way your ankle's going to twist. It'll twist. And won't
I like the high top.
So
I like the high top for security purposes. Kept my ankle stable. I need all the stability I could get. Far corner, 6 on the shot clock. Long 3 put up, and a big shot by Bogle on that one. His first points of the game. Back to a 9-point lead.
He's not a bad three-point shooter. He's at 58%.
Richardson goes in hard. He's going to get fouled by Nyambi.
23, that's his fourth foul.
His fourth personal.
Fourth personal on him, so 5:58. It'd be nice to get him out of the game, I'm sure, in the Eagles' eyes.
See what Coach Gamblin's going to do here. Looks like they're going to replace him. We cannot miss these free throws.
And we're missing them.
That's hurting us.
So Nyambi's going to check out, and number 21, Rhodes checks in for him. So Richardson, we got to make this. Let's go, bud. Puts it up and long, no good. Rebound by Bogle. Bogle's tall and lanky too. Perkins kicks it into the corner. Ball knocked away and stolen. Big steal by Williams. 2-on-1 to Kibasov. Scores it. Good play. Evangel coming back quickly. 58-51. 5:25 left. Great backdoor cut. Couldn't shoot it. Kicks over in the corner.
Oh, that's tough.
Is that a 2 or a 3?
That's a 3.
Scored by Evangel. Williams, the Eagles, over to Richardson. Richardson pulls inside the 2 and he buries it. Richardson's 12th point of the game, and we got a timeout called by the Eagles. So 5:01 left here in the game. Eagles are down by 8 points, 61-53.
You gotta love this type of game. You know, the up and down action, the scoring. It's a lot of fun to watch. Probably not from the coach's seat. It's not. Let's look at our scoring. The bench scoring is in favor of Evangel. They have 24-18. Points in the paint are pretty even, and that's good to see. It's that Evangel has 24 and the Eagles have 22. Second chance points are pretty even, 6-7, and points off turnovers. Evangel has 17 and the Eagles have 13.
All right, Evangel will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Upshaw breaks the press. Surprised he didn't shoot that 3 as good as he is, but he chose to hang on to it, run shot clock. Now he goes in and pulls back out. Just kind of testing the waters there. Upshaw now pulls up for a long 3, no good. And a good job by Kibasov to knock the ball away from Perkins. And Richardson goes in and scores, and he's fouled. And that foul's going to go on Evangel. That'll be on Perry. That'll be Perry's third personal, but more importantly, it sends Richardson to the line to shoot 1 and a chance to pull them back within 5 points. Closest they've been in a while.
That was a great tap out by Kirill Kibasov, and to get that ball.
Wow, couldn't buy one there as Diaz did a great job to rebound the missed free throw, but couldn't put it back in. Went all the way in and came all the way back out. That's going to be foul on Richardson. Now Richardson's hobbling. Don't need that either.
Nope. We're going to have a MASH unit have to show up for this.
We got a MASH unit over there already.
We got 2 of them in street clothes because of their feet issues.
I was surprised Casey made it back in the game. As much pain as he went in. Perkins misses his first free throw. That's a big miss. 4 of 19 left. Nobody on the foul line in the rebounding area for Mac Hughes. They're all back on defense. And Perkins makes the second. Sean Scott's back into the game. He drives in, pulls up, makes a turn, leaves it short, grabs his own rebound, tips it up. We're going to have a foul called. And that foul's going to go on Perry again, I believe. That'll be his 4th foul. Or is it on 21?
Looks like 21.
Rhodes, so that'll be his 3rd foul. Could have gone against either one of them. They were both there hitting on him. Scott to the line to shoot 2. Both teams in the 2-shot bonus here. Sean Scott's first shot is in the air, makes it. They're scratching and clawing their way back.
They are. See if we can get a few more stops. It's going to depend on defensive stops and free throw line down the stretch.
They're playing a gritty game against the nationally ranked Evangels. Scott buries the second one. 5-point game, 4:06 left. 62-57, Evangels on top. Excuse me for coughing. Bogle kicks it out front to Perkins. Perkins calls out a play. You see this happen when teams kind of go into shell, wanting to run clock. They get a little tight, start missing shots, and before you know it, you got a ball game. Rhodes looks inside, bounce passes it in to Perkins. He spins and makes it. Sorry, that was Bogle with the spin and make.
Yeah, that's tough. We only have one inside defensive presence in there, and that's Casey Cole. And you're having Kivisaw trying to guard a guy that's 6'8". Kivisaw's what?
Looks like 5'10" compared to him.
6'3". So, you know, that's a big difference in size and length.
Kivisaw checks out and Richardson checks back in. Bogle with 7 points now. Makes his free throw. Diaz with the ball. Far corner to Williams. Williams bounce pants into Cole. Cole had Richardson for a second but didn't get to him. Now kicks it back out to Scott. Scott goes in, lays up a floater, goes in. Upshaw with Scott on him. Hands it to Perkins. Perkins dribbles in. Foul called. No basket. Scott's on the foul. That's his third personal. That'll send Upshaw to the line to shoot two. Sorry, that'll send Perkins to the line to shoot two. Shots in the air, and it is no good. Big miss. 2:55 left. 6-point game. Every miss is big, either way now.
That's right.
Makes the second one. Sean Scott makes the move. Kicks it out to Diaz, who lets loose a three, buries it.
Good to see that. Good to see that.
4-point lead now. Upshaw, across half-court line, gives a head fake to Sean Scott. Ooh, ball top. Richardson going for the steal, just misses it. That leaves it 4-on-5. A long three shot put up by Bogle, no good. And Sean Scott comes out there with the ball, gets it to Diaz. Diaz goes in strong and makes the basket. 2-point game. Timeout called.
This is what we needed.
Full timeout. Coach Gamblin upset with no call there, as Diaz did a great job moving around the guy and scoring the basket.
They got confused on who was calling the timeout. Mid-America Christian had called timeout, and we had called timeout as well, and they gave the timeout to us.
Hey, 2:15 left. How many timeouts have we got?
I don't know.
I'm asking the wrong guy. That's when you go to dead air. Dead air Davis right there.
It's not on my stats.
You know, you're right. We don't have stats on timeouts, do we?
No, we don't.
It's not on the board up there either.
I was trying to see what the what our scoring is. We were at on the 7:23 mark. It was 49 to 55. So they've scored 11. And we've scored about 15, so we're on a 15-11 run here in the last 5 minutes or so.
We've had over 40 watching us tonight on the live stream. We appreciate you watching. Putting up with Bad Joke Dan and Dead Air Steve as we bring you the action tonight from Southwestern Christian University. We got 2:15 left, 66-64. It's Evangel's ball underneath their own basket. Having to go all the way to the other end. Full court pressure applied by the Eagles. Perkins breaks that with Diaz on him. Bogle over into the corner. Ball stolen by Sean Scott. Chance to tie it up, and he does it. 66-66. Full court pressure again. Eagles tie ball game. Minute 45 left. Perkins across the half court line. No, that's Perry across the half court line. Kicks it into the corner. Got up in the air and had to make the pass back to Upshaw. That time was Perkins. 6 on the shot clock, a long three, no good. Sean Scott with the rebound. Richardson to Sean Scott up top, minute 15 left. Eagles with the chance to take the lead. Been a long time since Eagles had the lead. Sean Scott, far corner, 10 on the shot clock, into Casey Cole. Casey Cole, hunt for somebody to pass it to, gets it to Scott. Scott lets loose a three, well short, but Richardson with the rebound. That's a big rebound.
That is. I'm surprised they're not going to use some kind of foul technique on Casey Cole. As hard of a time as he's having out there on that free throw line.
Richardson steps in, makes the move, throws up left hand, scores, and he is fouled. Eagles take the lead, 68-66 at 36 seconds left.
He went up with his right hand, switched it to his left hand, took contact, and scored it. That was beautiful.
We're going to have a timeout called by the Evangels. 36.3 left. Eagles up on top, 68-66, with Richardson going to the free throw line to shoot a free throw.
Looks like it's going to be a full timeout. Wow, that was a great play. You know, Richardson and Scott are really coming out and playing hard this second half. Richardson has 16 points. Scott has 17 points. That's both around their average for the year. And you know, Casey Cole, he's doing a great job inside. He's got 9 rebounds for the game. About 3 more rebounds than what he normally has. And our free throw percentage is at 53%. So we've got to be sure that we are capitalizing on these free throws every time we get down here now.
Well, what's interesting is what we talked about, the Eagles like to run, and Mid-America hadn't let them do that here in this second half,
right.
But the Eagles have still found a way in the last 5 minutes to come back and take a lead.
You know, what this reminds me of a lot is when I was in high school, I lived down in Houston, and University of Houston had the Phi Slamma Jamma. And there were some times that their coach, they would get a lead, and then they would go to this 4 corners type thing, and the other team would come back and make it close or come back and win. And it just takes you out of your normal routine, yeah. And so you lose your intensity level and things like that when you do that.
All right, Richardson at the line to shoot a big free throw. In and out. Diaz tries to grab the rebound. Stolen by Williams. Great anticipation. Ball's on the floor. It's going to go out of bounds and belong to the Evangels. Williams with great anticipation. Thought he was going to get away with the steal. But when he fell to the floor, the ball came loose and Evangels picked it up.
All right, there's 1.5 second difference on the shot clock to the game clock. And so we'll see what Coach Gamblin has in store. Is he going to go quick? Is he going to hold the ball out and go for the last shot? We got all kinds of options here.
And by the hand signals I just saw, the Eagles still have 1 timeout remaining. Evangel has none.
So I'm not sure what I would do with this. You know, there's a benefit to going quick, but if you miss, you're going to have to start fouling. And, you know, that might not be a bad thing the way we're shooting free throws today. We're at 51%. And so that might be a chance you might get a foul as well on the score.
All right, here we go. Eagles out on the field. Back comes Evangels. They will inbound the ball at the far end and have to travel full court to start their offensive set.
Unlike the NBA where you take timeout, you get it
half court.
Inside half court. It's crazy.
Evangels. Full court pressure being applied by Williams. Perkins with the ball. Comes across half-court line, bounce pass it in to
might be beneficial for us to
Biombi.
foul.
Bogle with a long three, in and out. And Williams with the rebound. Smallest guy on the court. Turns, goes up court. He gets fouled. Gets fouled by Perkins. That'll be Perkins' fourth foul. That'll send Williams to the line.
Perkins, his fourth person.
If he can make a couple of them here, that would that'd be close to icing it. Real close.
I'm not sure if that was the shot they were wanting.
I don't know either.
You're down 2, and you're going to – the shot clock wasn't that low. You know, it was 15 seconds still, and he threw up a three-pointer.
Big make by Williams there, three-point lead. So they can't beat you now in a three-point shot.
Unless they get fouled.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking that far ahead. Williams makes them both, 4-point lead. That's Williams' fourth point of the game. Trying to find somebody to throw it into. Finally gets it into Biombi. Biombi pulls up from 3, and that's no good. Sean Scott skies in for the rebound, and foul called.
Ice it right here. Great rebound. Great challenge on that three-point shot by Casey Cole.
Eagles, big win tonight.
I think they're about to upset the number 12 team in the nation.
Yeah, and doing that without their home fans in here too. And this is a big rivalry with Mid-America, has been for many years. Sean Scott makes the first one. Sean with 18 points. Gets ready for his second one. Makes the second one, 72-66, 6-point lead now for the Eagles.
No foul, no foul, no foul.
Long three-point shot put up, no good by Upshaw, and that's the game. Eagles come out on top of the Mid-America Evangels. Final score 72-66 as both teams shake hands.
I think that puts us in second place in the Sooner Athletic Conference.
With a 4-1 record and a 9-4 record on the year now.
With this win, with our win over Wayland Baptist, we should start getting some recognition with the voters as far as rankings. They're going to gather at center court to have a team prayer. I love seeing that.
Absolutely.
With the teams, and so we're gonna pause with them as they say a prayer.
All right, Steve, give us our statistics.
Mid-America Christian ended up shooting 40% from the field, 22 of 55. They were 29% from the three-point line, hitting 18 of 27. 60% from the free throw line at 14 of 23. Southwestern Christian, their field goal percentage rose throughout the second half, and they ended up with a 46% shooting rate from the field. Three-point line, they hit just enough to keep them in the game. They had 26% shooting, of 4 of 15. Their free throws, I thought that was going to be the Achilles heel, the way they were missing some. They brought it up to 58%, especially the last 4 shots that we put up were game sealers for us, and we were 18 of 31 for that. Rebound-wise, you know, I'm really proud of these guys. We dominated on the boards. When you have Mid-America Christian coming in with the length that they have and the size that they have, it was 28-41 on the rebounds, and we had 9 offensive, 32 defensive. They had 4 offensive and 24 defensive. Assist-wise, it was pretty even. Mid-America had 10, and Southwestern Christian had 9 steals. It was 7-6. Mid-America had 7, and we had 6 turnovers. We had 19 turnovers on the night, but we took care of the ball when it mattered the most down the stretch. Mid-America Christian had 14. Let's look at the leaders on the court. Looks like Sean Scott for Southwestern Christian ended up with 19 points, and the scoring leader for Mid-America was Upshaw with 13. Casey Cole had a big night rebounding with 9 rebounds, and Mayimba had 6. Bench scoring, Mid-America Christian at 27-20. Points in the paint, we really came back on that in the second half, and we had a 6-point margin on points in the paint, 32-26. Second chance points, we improved on that as well going down the stretch, so we had 11-6. And points off turnovers was pretty even. They had 2 points up on us on there. It was a great, exciting game. This is one of those games you just love to watch and just to see the intensity throughout the whole game.
Absolutely, and great win for the Eagles tonight.
It was.
Well fought game. I thought back and forth action, back and forth all the way. So the Eagles come out with a win here, 72-66. The Eagles will be back in action at home a week from this Saturday. Would love to have you in the gym. We'll have school back in session, so I'm sure we'll have several kids here. We're going to sign off tonight. Girls got beat and the guys won. 2 big games here. Steve, thank you for doing the color.
You're welcome.
I'm
Hope
Danny
you feel
Nitz.
better.
I'm planning on it. Thanks to Matt Stevenson, the AD, not the AD, but he's the
Sports Information Director. SID.
We can't do nothing without Matt, right? And he upped his fingers, and he knows we can't do nothing without him. See you a week from Saturday for Southwestern Christian University. Have a good evening.